Have you ever looked at the stock market, a house, maybe even a friend's startup idea, and just wondered, what is that really worth? That question, that's one of the biggest, most important questions in all of finance. And today, we're going to build the framework to answer it.
Before we can figure out what something is worth, we have to get really clear on what that something actually is. So let's start at the very beginning. What fundamentally is a financial asset?
A financial asset is just a contract. That's it. It's a legally binding promise for something valuable.
So let's break that down. It's either a claim on current rights, think about buying a stock, you get ownership in the company right now, or it's a claim on future rights, like the stream of cash payments you're promised when you own a bond. It's always a promise for value, either today or down the road. Okay, so if we're valuing a contract, this promise of future value, how in the world do we do that? Here's a little secret. There's no single magic number. The best analysts in the world, they don't just hunt for one answer. Instead, they look at the problem through a few different complementary lenses. And this is the exact mindset I want you to have. We're not treasure hunters trying to find a single price tag buried in the sand. No, we're more like detectives. We're gathering clues from different angles to build a strong case for what something is probably worth. It's all about forming an educated, defensible opinion. And to build that case, finance gives us three incredibly powerful lenses. Our first lens is the cost approach, and this one is super intuitive. It creates what we call a price floor. This approach sets a logical baseline for an asset's value. Next up, our second lens, the intrinsic approach. Now, this is our anchor. This is where we completely ignore all the market hype and focus on one simple question. Based only on its own ability to make money, how much cash can this thing generate over its lifetime? This gets us to its fundamental, standalone value. And finally, we have the market approach. This is our essential reality check. Because let's be honest, it doesn't really matter what you think something is worth if everyone else is willing to pay a totally different price. This lens looks at what similar things are actually selling for right now, and that tells us a lot about current supply, demand, and just general market mood. So here's how it all comes together. You've got the cost approach setting the floor. What would it take to replace it? You've got the intrinsic approach providing the anchor. What are its future earnings worth? And then you have the market approach as your reality check. What are other people paying for something just like it? The real insight, the real genius, comes from comparing all three. And remember, this framework isn't just for stocks and bonds. You can use it to buy a car, think about a job offer, even size up a new business idea. It's a fundamental way of thinking about value in any part of your life. So I'll just leave you with this thought. Now that you have this toolkit, what are you going to see differently?